The superpowered children of superheroes struggle to live up to the legendary feats of their parents. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justin. I love to watch movies. If you guys love to watch movies too, and Netflix, of course, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Jupiter's Legacy is finally here. This is a series that is based on a comic book series by Mark Millar. This film has the likes of Josh Duhamel and Leslie Bibb as superheroes, and they have children that are trying to live up to their parents' superhero status. This film bounces around from the past and the present as we watch these superheroes gain their abilities, and in the present day trying to teach their children the right way to be a superhero and also be a family as well. The costume designs for Jupiter's Legacy is very flashy. It feels very comic booky. The costume designs are very bright. They are colorful. It's not like a gritty, darker take on superhero costumes. It's very self-aware that these are superheroes in this world. And so the costume designs in turn are very bright in what you expect from a classic comic book series. They look great, and I think all of the actors look good. But you have Josh Duhamel as Sheldon Sampson, the father of the superhero family, and he's got the bright red and white suit. We have Leslie Bibb as Grace Sampson, aka Lady Liberty, and her suit is very flashy as well. I like some of the villains in here too, and some of the CGI for some of these characters work as well, and the abilities are typical, but they work for these characters. Jupiter Legacy is an entertaining series. I think the progression for the past moments, which take place during the Great Depression, watching Sheldon Sampson trying to navigate discovering his abilities, learning about this place that he must travel to, and getting people together to kind of help him along the way is easily probably the best part of the series for me that works, because I feel like it's building towards something. And there's progression for these characters. Relationships are being established within these past flashback scenes. It looks great, and you know eventually what is going to happen because of the future, and they all have these abilities. You're looking forward to them discovering their abilities and how they come about it. And in the present day, I feel like the story is in a standstill. In the first episode, the son of Utopian and Lady Liberty kills a villain, and they don't do that. The Union, this group of superheroes, have this code where they don't kill. And Brandon, the son, viewed that as a way to protect his father, and it's something that had to be done. They really stick with that story for pretty much the 8 episodes. It feels like it's the same thing over and over again with the modern story. There's some other storylines that are going on. We have the daughter who's a bit rebellious, and we have a son of another character, and they are connected. But for the most part, the series has this focus on what is right and what is wrong, and how we can kind of all work together, but also look at the current state of the world and how can we adjust our code. It moves very slow when it is in the present time. I didn't find much to latch on with when it was in that current time period. I didn't feel like there's a lot of character growth, especially for Brandon, who is trying to deal with disappointing his father. Chloe Sampson, the daughter, she's doing her own thing. There's some hard conversations between her and her father, but those are like few and far between. She's just really doing her own thing. Lady Liberty's just really in the background. Some of the other characters you want to know more about, but they're just kind of there. Hear a lot of these legendary stories about them, but really don't know much about them to really kind of feel like you're connected with some of these characters. So these two separate storylines got about equal amount of time for each episode. I was really latched onto the past moments of the characters. When the stock market crashed and how everybody kind of reacted to that, and then discovering this island that they must travel to, getting everybody together, and then some of these characters we know in the present time as well, and they are superheroes. So you wanted to figure out, how do they get their abilities, where do they get their abilities, and will we get a season 2 and see kind of them discovering more of that training and building up to where we are now. There's a lot of potential for a really good storyline. I just didn't feel connected to the present story, despite some really flashy moments, some really cool abilities, great CGI, interesting characters, but I felt like they were all very flat and not really progressing throughout. They were just kind of there, and I really didn't feel connected to them. But I did feel connected to the past storylines and watching that kind of grow within itself. So overall, Jupiter's Legacy, not the best thing I've ever seen on Netflix, but not the worst either. It's enjoyable for what it is. I was looking forward to this because of Mark Millar, who is talented, and I've seen a lot of his things, and I'm always interested in some of his adaptations. So this one kind of just moves a little too slow but this one moves just a little bit slow and is a little bit repetitive and kind of stuck where it is and not really growing. I'm going to go ahead and give Jupiter's Legacy a C+. Thank you guys for checking my review for Jupiter's Legacy. Have you guys seen it on Netflix? What do you guys think of it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.